12th Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year A. Sunday, June the 21st, 2020. First reading, Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 7, 10 to 13. Responsorial Psalm. Psalm 69, verse 7 to 9, 13 to 16, 32 to 33, and 35 to 36. Second reading, Romans chapter 5, verse 12 to 15. Gospel acclamation. John chapter 5, verse 26 and 27. Gospel. Matthew chapter 10, verse 26 to 33. Enjoy Sunday reflection with Father Raphael. Caption: Christ our Lord is with us. On this 12th Sunday of Ordinary Time, we celebrate Christ our Lord, who is always with us. He continues to deliver us from all that threatens and make life difficult for us. These include persecutions, sins, and death. In the first reading, God delivered the prophet Jeremiah from the deadly plots and hands of evil men. Our world is full of threats against the righteous and innocent. Today, hardly would a day pass without one hearing news of terror. This is the cause of great fear and inquietude for many, especially for those who trust solely on this word rather than being in God. However, for those who, like the prophets, realize that the Lord is on their side, God will surely not disappoint them. As a mighty hero, he will surely act. The threats and gravity of these terrors might appear overwhelming. However, they are certainly not greater than what God has handled in the history of humanity. Today's second reading has a lot in common with the first. First, while the prophet was innocent of all the accusations and threats against him, humanity inherited that through the sin of disobedience of our progenitors, Adam and Eve. Similarly, while God delivered the innocent prophet Jeremiah from the plots and terrors of his enemies, in the second, Paul recounts how Christ delivered humanity from the terror and shackles of death. Thus, Paul draws our attention to a very important aspect of our salvific history. This is especially with regard to the relationship between sin and death. And of course, the relationship between the consequences of Adam's disobedience and that of Christ's obedience. For while Adam's disobedience and sin brought us death, Christ's obedience brought us life. This is a summary of what Christ did for us. Through his sacrificial death and obedience to his Father's will, he dissipated the terrors that threatened our life and restored our peace. Thus, he delivered us from damnation due to the sin and the fall of Adam and Eve. In the gospel, Jesus exhorts us, "Do not be afraid, for everything that is now covered will be uncovered." This includes the plans of the evil ones, who are always strengthening to persecute and destroy the just. It suffices to note that Christ knows that fear and the threat of death can paralyze one. As the Lord of the living and the dead, he knows that physical death is not the end. Rather, it is a transition to eternity. Hence, he further exhorts us, "Do not be afraid of those who can kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both the body and soul in hellfire." In these comforting and assuring words of Christ rests our hope and future as Christians. Every hair on your head has been counted, so there is no need to be afraid. This simply indicates that the Lord is on our side. He is ready and capable to deliver us from both the consequences and harmful effects of sin, as well as from the threats that we face in our daily life. And so, dear friends of Christ, all we need to do to merit the protection Christ promised us today is simply to be on his side by trusting him. This calls for being just and innocent in our ways and actions. It means being true Christians. Of course, it also means submitting completely to Christ. Peace be with you. Know your faith. Question 1. What is venial sin? Venial sin is the choice of something wrong in a less serious manner, or the choice of something seriously wrong without full knowledge or complete consent. Confer Catechism of the Catholic Church, Article 1862, and 1 John chapter 2, verse 1. Question 2. What are the consequences of venial sin? 1. Weakens charity. 2. Creates an unhealthy affection for created goods. 3. Hinders our progress in spiritual life. 4. Merits temporal punishments. Confer Catechism of the Catholic Church, Article 18:63, and Revelation chapter 2, verse 2 to 4. Thank you for making our time to listen to this reflection. Still yours in Christ, Reverend Father Raphael of Webu.